Hey, it's me, your boyfriend slash girlfriend slash day friends, favorite content creator. And you know, I, after you've seen my content, I really don't like grifters at all. I could say I hate them. And while I could spend the rest of this video going over great detail, showing you guys edits and all these things like I normally do in my other videos, this is going to be a reaction video because if they're going to put low effort into their content, why should I put even more effort into my content about their content? So this video will be a reaction to Vera Dark and her very wrong opinions about, well, you'll see in the video. Anyways, let's react.
Been eagerly awaiting the release of Lollipop Chainsaw Repop, and while it has finally launched and fans are voicing how happy they are with the finished product, it seems
we'll get to that, but
that the critics are refusing to review it. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I love Lollipop Chainsaw, which is why I've been so excited for this release, but I was cautiously optimistic because we have seen a lot of promises from companies and developers, and then we find out at launch that things are not exactly what they seemed to be.
That'll be important for my point later.
The teasers and trailers, and Yasuda had made us a lot of promises saying the original mode was not going to be censored, everything was going to be released in all of its original glory, and it seems that that is the case. While yes, the game does feature repop mode that is a bit more toned down, there's not a lot of jiggle physics, there are pop effects over things like panty shots, and a lot of the gore is removed. You do have the original mode in this release where you can play it at a higher quality in all of its glory, no censorship, and it does seem that those promises were kept, and fans are so happy to see it. He has been promising us that the original mode was going to faithfully recreate the scenario.
Okay, so she's all right. So she's repeating herself, right? She's repeating herself, and now she's reading literally right off of the tweet that we have been looking at for over a minute. You don't have to do that. And I have not watched this video, as you can see. I have not watched this video. I'm gonna assume though she's gonna use sites like either That Park Place or like Mongolore, or one of those people to start talking about the fact that, oh, developers don't want to review this game.
Script, gore expressions,
reviewers don't review the game.
Directions, character designs, motion, comic style character introductions, etc. And that was kept as far as we have seen. Now, it hasn't been out for very long, and we have not been able to,
it's just
comb
been
over
today.
all of the content, but so far it seems very good. But apparently this is infuriating the critics because they are actually not reviewing this game. Now, I initially was thinking maybe they simply did not get codes weeks in advance and they didn't have the content in order to review it. Maybe there was an embargo, but the embargo's been up for about 17 hours now, and there were critic reviews going back to the 6th and the 10th. So clearly critics had codes. They were able to voice how they felt about it. They were able to put out their reviews. Apparently,
critics, three sites, one on the 6th, one on the 10th, and one on the 12th. Three sites. If you look at the bottom part, she went to, okay, you know what, let's do this real quick. Fuck it, we're gonna go to Metacritic right now, and we're gonna see exactly where we are right now. Okay, so we're on Metacritic, and there are no user reviews. The critics, again, it's only been 3 of them. PC to be determined, Switch to be determined, Xbox to be determined, all platforms. Like, it's like it is insane. It also says literally here, please come back. Please spend some time playing this game. Come back to review it starting on noon on September 13th, which is today. At the time of this recording, September 13th, noon, Pacific Standard Time. I am on Pacific Standard Time. It is 9:11 a.m. Whoa. It is 9:11 a.m. Okay? So the fact that she's trying to be like, oh, it's a conspiracy theory. It's literally 3 people. And for all we know, these guys didn't even get like, either maybe they got somehow review copy, or maybe they're saying the bigger ones, the bigger websites got to hold off on it. There's so many other things. This is for PlayStation 5. Like, Xbox Series X 2. Xbox One, nothing. PlayStation 5. Like, it's not even available. Like, what are we doing?
Starting on the 6th, but only 3 critics have reviewed it at this point in time, and that's Noisy Pixel, Area, and 4 players.
You can't say Area Hugones?
Which outlets are actually going to be releasing their reviews maybe today because it's launch day, but it
even says it right there.
Are actually refusing to review this game.
Where is that evidence?
A chance. Now, I'm not very shocked at that, given their,
Where is your evidence? Where is your evidence that a lot of reviewers are refusing to review a game? And let's be completely real. First off, this is just a remaster. Not that important. But secondly, more importantly, where is your evidence that reviewers are refusing, they're boycotting this game? Where's your evidence?
Were a lot of hit pieces leading up to release from the Kotakus and the IGNs talking about the original sexualized content and how people were praising this uncensored game because they are horn dogs and they just want to stare at pixel.
Hey, you're making claims that we can verify. Let's do IGN. Oh my god, Lollipop Chainsaw. Biggest game releases September. Game Pass, launch it early. So maybe this most recent one, launch it early. Lollipop Chainsaw is a remake of Papa's remake of Lollipop Chainsaw. The game picked up a cult following, but in our 5-rated review, IGN said Lollipop Chainsaw doesn't even attempt to differentiate itself from the genre, and most of it does try a new realm of its character and writing ultimately ends up taking away from an incredible on-paper action game. Okay. That was release date. That's it. That's all I'm seeing. I'm not seeing any hit pieces from them. Let's go to Kotaku. August 6th. Uncensored Lollipop Chainsaw Remastered gets early release date and weird price. That's pretty much the only thing, the most recent thing from this year. And again, we click on that. The cult horror game will cost more than some fans expected. Nothing. The most I can see is to deal with skepticism. Yoshida promised fans uncensored versions of the game's outfits, a seeming nod to the recent obsession with sexy outfits in Stellar Blade. It is not entirely clear if the facetious are trying to capitalize on that movement to juice sales. That's it. That's all I'm seeing. So again, I've not seen any proof that they have put a hit piece out or anything like that.
Titties, which, yeah, if that's really what you want to do, that shouldn't be a problem. This is content made for mature audiences because it's got mature themes. If that's really why you want to buy the game, go for it.
mature audiences and you're talking about doing upskirts for mature people.
But it seems that they are extremely triggered over the fact that this game is actually getting a re-release and, you know, a remaster.
Where's the proof?
To review it. Now,
Where's
I, of course, never really care about what the critics have to say if it comes
That's a fucking lie. That's all your channel is you making fun of critics, so that's a lie.
To me buying a game. If I think I'm going to enjoy it, I'm going to purchase it. And that's why I also stream so many games on this channel, so I can give you guys my genuine first impressions and my feedback.
Sorry, I'm doing some Pause King's champ right now. Also a fucking lie, because she streamed Dustborn, and she fucking hated Dustborn before she even played it. I'm not kidding. Look at this. Does this look like someone who didn't have an opinion about a game before they played it? 3 weeks ago, media shows for DEI Dustborn calls it an epic political road trip, yet only 30 people are in game. Woke Dustborn studio melts down. US government funds Dustborn clone. DEI infested Dustborn roasted by the gamers. DEI Dustborn epically fails at launch. But oh yeah, I play games that I want to play to give you guys my honest opinion. Like, shut the fuck up. You're such a lying grifter, dude.
And then, hey, maybe you decide to save some money because you think a game looks bad, or maybe you decide to swipe your credit card because a game looks good. I mean, I'm going to be streaming this when I'm uploading this video tonight at 7 p.m.
Oh my god, dude, get to the evidence. Get to the evidence. Get to the evidence.
Give their genuine feedback. And so far on the Steam page, it is sitting at a very positive with 185 reviews. People are extremely happy with what they have seen in this so far. Of course, again, it has not been out for very long.
Uncensored but bad PC port.
Are definitely reacting very positively.
Uncensored but bad PC port. Okay.
To it, saying things like, even though REPOP is an upgrade from the original version, outside of a few things, it's not a $40 game, wait for a sale, because this is a very short game, which it is true. I mean, you can finish Lollipop Chainsaw in 5 to 6 hours, but if you really want to take your time and you want to get
if you're just gonna read fucking mode, Steam reviews,
going to play it on REPOP mode, so that's at least 12 hours and dollars, and they are only, you know, 10-hour experience.
Jesus
saying
Christ.
Things like, good game, technical issues at launch, running, you know, Loot Classic. Finally see this game be officially released on PC.
You're just reading Steam reviews?
The music, something. They were, who knows.
You don't
saying I looked up her skirt, no regrets.
You don't have to read every Steam review.
It's not as well optimized as it could have been. I did have 1 or 2 transitions to cutscene. That does sound unfortunate. Does it sound? When you are launching a product, it should be at the best, you know, level of quality possible, the highest level of quality possible. So I will be streaming it, I will be giving it a shot, and I will be judging it for myself. But so far, things are going pretty freaking positively.
Also, this is obviously happening in post and edit, but going through the Steam reviews, even though a lot of them are positive, it says very positive and stuff like that, if you actually read the content, some of these reviews, they all have pretty much the same complaints about graphical issues, or, you know, pop-ins, bosses not loading up, just not optimized. Like, a lot of these reviews talk about optimization's not where it's at, and for $40.49, that's a huge deterrent. That's also why looking at Steam reviews just saying very positive and very negative, you have to look at the reasonings why. And people who play PC games know that too. So it's weird to use that as like, everyone likes the game, but, you know, reviewers don't, because they're woke.
It seems that the critics are really triggered over this. In my opinion, I can't say that I'm very surprised because their jobs
where? Wow, what a surprise. Yeah, okay, so if it's not clear to you, she has provided no evidence at any point that any critic was triggered. She makes massive assumptions with no proof. So let's go do some proof searching. Okay, so look, I typed in literally Lollipop Chainsaw review, right? Reviews. One of the top things here. IGN refuses to review Lollipop Chainsaw REPOP. Oh, and whose video is it? Oh, it's Smash JT's. Do you think Smash JT has any evidence as to them refusing to review it? No, of course he doesn't. No evidence of people not wanting to review the game. There's none. There's none. And look, This is like the same shit I'm talking about. Apparently, IGN is skipping reviewing this version of the game and only linking people to the original 5 out of 10 review. And they're going based off Manga Lawyer, who is not anyone you can trust for any reason ever, besides to be a grifter. That's it. Oh, look, we're going to another slash Reddit. Critical Drinker. Game refuses to review Lollipop Chainsaw. IGN wants her gone and demands her to be ugly so she can fit into female gaze and the only gaze is not problematic. Jesus Christ. What are you talking about? And like I said, there isn't a lot out there because most likely the embargoes aren't fully up. And also it said come back at noon. So maybe after noon we'll have more reviews. But it's crazy to say that people are refusing when there's no proof of that. I'm on GameFAQs right now. And they're talking about just the game so far. Don't buy on PS5. Game is studying like crazy. Maybe day one patch is out yet and fixed, but holding my breath. No frame rate issues on Series X, but audio issues continue to pile up. I keep having moments where I temporarily mute myself, or it'll temporarily mute itself when Julie is getting a phone call. Edit. Cutscene at the beginning of second level has no audio from me at all. I know there's a stuttering in cutscenes too. Lighting seems oversaturated. Some good things. QT changes were nice. Touching on the outfits, I thought Vanguard outfit, first possible opportunity. Very happy with that choice. Looks fantastic. Looks like all the boss songs have been replaced, despite Yasuda saying licenses have been renewed. Losing Mariska's really sucks. So we're talking about day one patches and all that stuff here on the GameFAQs forum. Okay, so let's look at Twitter. Since they love going on Twitter, let's see what we have right here. Lance McDonald's excited for it. My initial impression of the Lollipop Chainsaw Remaster are positive, but it slowly deteriorated over a playthrough due to countless bugs, broken animation, voice lines glitching out and not playing, and messed up speed on almost everything. It's a very, very bad port. Oof. Hate to see that. The Lollipop Chainsaw Remaster just dropped on Steam, and again, it's another new release I've seen absolutely no one talking about. Whoever's in charge of marketing these games needs to have their job titled reassessed. Here we go. Here's some more people talking about it. Screw IGN. Are they seriously refusing to review Lollipop Chainsaw REPOP? No, they're not. They're not refusing to review it. They're not. I went to this earlier. This is from fucking August. This is literally from here. Look, again, we'll go through it. So I won't edit this part out. Okay. So I'm going to click on my old thing right here. We're going to go to Lollipop Chainsaw. Again. Sorry, Lollipop Chainsaw. Again, they even had the first 20, they had the first fucking 30 minutes of gameplay. Look, articles. August 6th is the most recent one they have. This is from August 6th. It is September 13th. That's not true at all. Like, it's a fucking lie. But again, these people, they just lie. That's all they fucking do. That's all they do. Because again, they're grifters. The entire point, the entire thing that they do relies on you guys being outraged. At no point did anyone bring any proof, any evidence, not even a modicum of critical thinking as to back up their belief that IGN, Kotaku, and other game reviewers are boycotting this game. They're refusing to cover this game. Said that with zero evidence. We went on a journey together. The most we could find out is, you know, some people are playing the game right now without their views being out and talking about how it has issues, frame rate issues, audio issues, bugs. One person on Twitter was talking about how it has countless bugs, broken voice lines, all those things, okay? But what did we see the most of? We saw other grifters grifting, saying the same shit with no evidence, just statements with no proof. And then guess what happens? When the reviews do come out, they're just gonna say, see, they gave it a low score because they already hate it. It's not gonna, there's no changing these guys' minds, okay? But the reason why I cover people like Vera and all of the other grifters is because I'm gonna be goddamned if they start to be the voices and faces of gaming communities and conversations. These people are extremely disingenuous, like I've highlighted in this video. And I will continue to highlight in many videos, whether people like it or not. Okay? It's annoying. It is annoying. This huge conspiracy theory about why hasn't this game been reviewed? Why do you think the bigger sites haven't reviewed it? Why don't we sit on that? Okay, a couple of small websites did that. Great. What about the big ones? You guys were talking about, well, you guys, I mean, you right-wing grifter types and the audiences. You guys were talking about how the reviewers were triggered about Stellar Blade. So why would they still review that game? Every game you guys say that they're triggered about, they have reviewed it. Every single one. They're reviewing Warhammer, Space Marine 2, which is great, by the way. They reviewed every game you guys said they wouldn't review. They reviewed every game you guys said they're triggered by. But Lollipop, Chainsaw, REPOP, that's the game where they're going to band together and not review it. That's what you're running with? It's such a transparent grift, and it blows my mind that people still fall for it.